A very warm welcome from the Shadow Display team. We are in Red Hill, which I think is that Surrey? I think it's Surrey. And we'll be heading towards Hampshire. This is the burning blue version of Red Hill that you can see in the background. And the ants aeroplanes, Tiger Moth. Having seen that video that Josh posted about the Tiger 9 display team, I would love to see a few of these in formation and see what we can do. Very briefly, years ago, before Microsoft, I was on X-Plane, and there was a few guys that actually got a formation, a 9-ship Tiger Moth that I spent a few weeks with. It was hilarious. It was really funny. Everything was in slow motion. It's really cool. Let's see if we've got enough to do that tonight, or maybe another night if we don't. Who do we have in voice? We have Gowdin. Good evening, Gowdin.
Hello, hello.
Hello, and we have Shady.
Hello, good evening.
You're on the drone, Shady, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
We're very sorry to say that poor old Energizer's not well. So we wish him a speedy recovery for sure. So we're down to you, Shady. No pressure. It'll be fine. Or funny. We've also got Airborne with us. Hello, Airborne Rookie.
Good evening.
Welcome. Have you been to Surrey?
Not for a long time, but yes, I have been to Surrey.
It's a
before.
pretty place, isn't it? Very pretty.
Yeah. It's the stockbroker belt, as they call it.
Yeah. But it's got rolling hills, rich green. It's a bit like Devon without the seaside. It's Energizer is there in chat. Hello, wishing you guys luck tonight. Slightly tired of being in bed for the past few days. I absolutely bet you can. Yeah. Anyway, great to have you there. We've also got FD, who was mic muted, which is why I didn't speak to him earlier. Hello, FD. Oh dear, that's why he was mic muted. Hello. Ah, that's good. Hello, FD. You'll be doing a solo for us later, I hear.
Yes,
What airframe?
MiG-29.
You're mad. Absolutely mad. Anyway, we look forward to seeing that. That's going to be exciting as always. We've got some people who are busy doing things but are still lurking. We're very grateful to those people. Gaseous Maximus is one. We also have Goblin Zeus. Both you guys will definitely be missed, but it's lovely that you're in chat. Thank you very much. We have got Rad Pilot Randy. Good evening. That's it. Ready to go. Lots of things to see. We're going to take off from here and head towards... I've forgotten the name of it. Where is it? Dunsfold. Dunsfold. Known... yeah. I mean, it's got many reasons for being famous, but the one that is probably most well known is... Top Gear fame. That's where Top Gear in the BBC days used to be headquartered. Energizer, if MSFS had a better multiplayer sync, I'm sure FT would do a solo in the MD80. Yes.
That would be fun.
Perhaps chat would like to think of, if Microsoft was up to it, what are some of the things that we think FD might have done a solo in by now? MD80, yeah. It would be fun, wouldn't it? The H4, maybe.
Maybe.
The G91. No, the G91 is banned. Right, I'm going to switch to go from this still of mine to Shady's drone camera. Let's try it. Does it work? Shady. He's a different colour, but he's there. Why is he a different colour? I believe Dunsfold was the home of Hawker for a while. I think it was Josh's. It's got quite a history, I think, before Before the Top Gear crew. I think they did some special stuff there. I'm trying to remember what it was. I think they did some experimental stuff. Let's look it up. In the meantime, I need to make the Tiger Moth work. I don't know how you did that, Shady. For a moment there, we saw your Explorer in the window.
Yeah.
Uh,
I opened Explorer.
Are you not sharing? Are you not doing this through game capture then?
No.
Ah,
Doing screen capture.
we must get you set up for game capture, and then you can do it like nobody sees it.
Yeah, but when I pop out the drone settings,
Yeah.
that's all you get.
Oh. Okay.
I think you can do window capture as well. That's what I use normally.
We'll have to have a play around.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do that offline. It's easy to do. Right.
I'm just waiting for my sim to boot up for the third time.
Oh no, we don't have to have a CTD count, do we? Ah.
Well,
Right.
if you are on a CTD count, then this is number 3.
We're going for double figures tonight. Now we can see Shady ordering sticky toffee pudding. Yes. I bet you'd have a foreign name for it.
No, I've got a maple and pecan lattice. Waiting for
You
me.
see, I knew it would sound posh. That sounds great, doesn't it? Lattice. What's that, like a waffle?
It's just sort of weaved in a bit, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just woven
Nice.
pastry in it from Lidl's. They do the package. Yeah,
Oh.
they're really nice actually.
If you're in the Tiger, don't forget to fill up with fuel because it does remember the fuel level from last time. Ah, I've just seen a post from Tannis. Bet he could make a Ferrari fly. Yes. I'd like to see a barrel roll in one of those. Most expensive barrel roll in history. I can see Danis and the Challenger 2. Every time I see that, I think of a main battle tank. We did see you driving a tank at the weekend, didn't we? I'm talking to Danis, he's not in voice. It's been a long day. Good day, but a long day. Oh, that, I need to read that in a different window. Vasil Danilel? Thank you very much for the follow. So we're over Surrey. We've taken up from Red Hill just north of Gatwick and we are heading towards Dunsfold. Josh, do you remember whether we had... what am I thinking of that happened at Dunsfold that would have been memorable? Other than Top Gear.
Shadow display team, learn to count.
Oh, we did that last night. It was quite funny. We all
I
landed.
know. I was there.
You were there. You were there. As the thing is, we whenever we land, it's always the guys at the back that touch down before the leader. But the leader absolutely must not put his power to idle or start braking until he knows everybody's on the ground and can do the same. So the guys call their numbers out as they land, and it was 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, we can count. It's backwards, but we can count.
And then we crashed.
It was a beautiful landing. And then I don't know what happened, but I think everybody hit everybody, didn't they? It was.
There's something really funny happening since the DCS update with the 339s when they do even touch at slow speed. They just bounce in all over the place.
You're right. They spin and they chat, and it's very comical and new. It didn't used to do it. They've obviously changed the damage model in some way. And the trouble is, I mean, it used to be, when we're practicing doing the training sessions, we'll switch them to Immortal. But if you nudge somebody, you'll probably knock them out of trim, and they'll have to get back into the formation. But it doesn't. Nobody gets damaged. You don't get the explosion. And
number 4, crash.
Oh no, you're joking. Have you got something installed that's new that might be causing it?
I haven't changed anything at all. The only thing I've got going, which keeps coming up, which doesn't normally come up, is Navigraph, the in-game Navigraph.
Have you updated it?
Yes, I have, but this time I'm just not going to switch it on at all and see if that's the job.
Because it did need updating. I had to update mine yesterday. And in fact, yes, when we were trying out the Phoenix, Acord had to come out of the sim, update Navigraph, go back in, because until then he was getting CTDs. Worth a try.
That must be it then, mustn't it? I will give it a go.
It only takes moments to update. So yeah, the thing is, when you're flying F-18s, you've got so much energy. If somebody knocks somebody else, it usually causes an issue. Whereas you got much lighter aircraft going much slower in the 339s, and it didn't used to cause much of a problem. Oh, it does now. It's hilarious. Always, it's like wrestlers, and one of them always ends up dead upside down with the wheels in the air. It's very funny to watch. I don't know what's caused it. I can see Flying Teapot in the PC6, Rad Pilot Randy in the Tiger. I'm just going to do a bit of an S-curve here so that Rad Pilot Randy can catch up. You're absolutely right. Airborne, this is referred to as a commuter belt. It's outside London, but within commuter distance of London, and that's made it quite expensive. But there's plenty of money around, so it sort of makes it look quite nice.
think you can see a lot more people than me, Steve.
Oh. Yes, I can see Dennis. Oh yeah. So I can see Dennis, Flying Teapot, Shady Sim, and Rad Pilot Randy. And who have you got? Rad Pilot Randy.
Yeah. Oh, I've got Dennis as well, actually.
Yeah, he's to our north. You got him? You got Flying Teapot?
No.
Okay. So, Rad Pilot Randy, you've just caught up. I'm sorry about this. I'm going to have to pause. So I'm going to go into the escape menu. I'll give you a countdown. 3, 2, 1, escape. So that I can...
You didn't get a memo.
Right, I've invited it to the group. That's Rad Pilot Randy.
Thank you. It should synchronise our weather as well, shouldn't it?
Yeah. Batfink is in voice. Hello, Batfink.
Hello, I'm just about to join you.
Oh,
Evening,
nice.
Batfink.
Hello.
We've also got Dennis. Hello, Dennis.
Hello.
Hello, Dennis.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
So we did see you driving a tank at the weekend, didn't we?
Yep.
Very fast. We thought, what? Where is all that smoke coming from? Oh, it's not smoke, it's dust. Oh, that's a very fast tank. Oh, Dennis is driving it. Did you get your steering wheel and your racing pedals out?
I didn't, but I do now.
Ooh. I don't know if it would work with a steering wheel.
Yeah, I haven't tested yet, but only one way to find out.
It would be very funny if we could.
Didn't someone come up with the idea of tank racing?
It was Dennis. he was,
Only because he's had some practice.
he was starting to experiment with the idea of what if we could have a death race in tanks. What possibilities have we got? Turns out there are many. Very pleased that it looks as if we might have got I'll come under your Rad Pilot, Randy. We might have got Yak Ball, helicopter Yak Ball, working again. So those that are new to the channel, we used to play. It was like football, but the players were Hueys, and the ball was a Yak trainer aircraft. And we'd have a goal at each end, and it was all very funny. And it was played on DCS, and it only worked because we could make the Hueys immortal. Well, a few updates ago, they stopped that, and even though the Hueys were immortal, they still blew up, which sort of spoiled our game, really. But what we did do is, we've just found out that they only blow up if your impact is faster than 30 knots. Which actually I think is going to make it hilarious, because there was just two of us and a Yak experimenting. It was me, Shady, and Batfink, wasn't it, that night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'd only been playing about 10 minutes, just trying to get a measure of this. The pitch was strewn with burnt out Huey carcasses, tails, rails. It was just dead components of Hueys everywhere. It was really good, and you still saw the same skill. If somebody managed to get it under 30 knots, they could still get it up and run with it and run down the wing. But if you just misjudged it a little bit, there'd be this big explosion, which was quite funny to watch. I think it'd be all right.
Yeah, it was fun. Takes some getting used to with them helicopters, though.
Yeah, helicopters do.
Yeah, in any sim.
Yeah,
You just got to dance on your rudder pedals.
yes.
Yeah.
And the whole push stick forward, pull the stick back. It's a completely different thing, isn't it? You know, it's with the airplanes, you push the stick forward and you go faster. I suppose it's the same, but you've got to pull the stick back to slow down when you want to. It's just too much going on in a helicopter. It's fine if you get to that point where you don't have to think about it.
In a few years.
a few rounds of yak ball, you'll soon get the hang of it.
I haven't got a helicopter in DCS yet.
I think
Now's the time.
I think I'm right in saying the hugely popular ones are Apache and Huey, and they're very different.
Yeah, I can imagine.
The Huey is incredibly versatile. You know, it can be a gunship, but it can also be used for rescue missions and moving troops around and things.
Yak ball.
And yak ball. The Apache, much heavier, much more computerized, very modern, incredibly capable in the combat space. So it sort of depends on what you think you might want to do. If it's the flying you like, I might urge you towards the Huey. But it's a much heavier airplane, you know, when you've got all your arms on once you're in the Apache. Here we are. It's Top Gear. Now, there are some people in the world who have never watched Star Wars. I wonder if there's anyone in the world who's never watched... Oh, that is! What did you do? I wonder if there's anyone in...
Go.
Touch and Go. Anybody in the world who hasn't watched Top Gear?
Can't be many.
Can't be many.
Was one of Britain's biggest exports, wasn't it?
Was it really? So we're flying over now the headquarters, the studios of the BBC version of Top Gear with the okay, who are their names? Jeremy Clarkson.
Richard Hammond and James May.
Thank you very much.
And of course the stick.
Who
And the stick.
and the stick, yes. Did you break that, Patfink?
No.
Right, now, where's Dennis? Rubber Duck, good evening. Now, can someone trace out the track? I never quite worked it out here. It was a figure of 8 circuit, wasn't it? Silence.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
Was the finish line at this end down here? They did that last turn, didn't they?
They did, didn't
Where
they?
these cars are.
I think you're right. Yes, because they had. Oh, surely we need to do a lap around the track. Surely, indeed.
They actually did that with a Cessna or something, didn't they? Following
Did they?
a Aston Martin or something, wasn't it?
I'm gonna join Batfing and we'll do that.
I think this is the start-finish line.
Oh, we're at the wrong end.
Where you are is start finish, I think, Steve.
Okay.
Yeah, where I am.
Oh, Steve's going the wrong way.
Well, I just thought I'd have a look at the
The grass.
the grass. Yes, it's very nice grass.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure where that thing is the start finish.
Yeah.
So that's Gambon Corner, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Cambon, yeah.
Oh, Energizer. Look, Steve is at Gambon Corner.
No, I do believe it's over here. There's even a there's even a line across the taxiway.
Oh, really?
Oh, we got it wrong.
Yeah, but we were in the majority.
Yeah. Nice landing. Thanks.
Right.
Yeah, there's a line. Oh, I didn't know you could drift in the Eagle. Might be handy for this race.
Right.
Right, so this is Gambon then.
I believe so.
Okay.
So it's a tiger moth against 2 eagles. Ha! Easy.
I think the Eagles might just nip it.
Oh, we're off. We're off. Okay. Ah, hair in the tortoise sea. Oh, no, don't it. No, 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 no,
Right.
no, no, no.
Yeah, left.
I'll be with you in a minute.
Yeah, shadow right.
Oh yeah, I think you could race this on. Was it Forza?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they had it on Gran Turismo as well.
Oh, so where
Yeah, but
Dennis
you
is?
can't do it. You can't do it in Tiger Moss on those ones.
Where Dennis is that where the jumbo jet was? If we're lucky, the jumbo jet would be in the ortho somewhere. So you're still on the course, Dennis?
I think so. I think it goes over here. But
Yeah.
it's been a while.
Is that
Oh.
hammerhead you're coming up to?
Oh, look, there's markings.
Yeah. So you sort of swing left and then round
Yeah.
to the right.
Yeah.
Oh, those eagles are better at cornering than the tigers. I fell over. I'm not sure whether the Stig would be proud or not.
And this is, I believe, the follow through.
Oh, hello, Chriskin. When did the S100 go French?
Oh, I can see the jumbo.
Can you?
Yeah, end of the runway.
What, where we thought the start was?
You're cheating, Steve.
I'm not. Shh. Shh. You got to do what you got to do. Sorry, not that. Oh. Le S100. Oh! Ha ha! That thing you spawned in as a jumbo for us. Brilliant. I'm thinking, I'm sure
Yeah,
that
to
wasn't
be
there
done.
earlier.
You know, you used to have a CTD counter. I think we needed how many planes has that thing been in?
Yeah.
That could be a thing, yeah. And Dan is over the line. Excellent. Castello, good evening. Oh, no, no, no. Hang on, that thing. Wait. Stay in that. One of the things that I remember Top Gear being famous for was whatever they were in, they'd have a drag race. Should we have a drag?
Okay.
Should we have a drag race, Pat? Think.
Yeah.
First one to pass the threshold at the other end.
Okay.
Oh, hang on.
You're probably going to get sucked into one of his engines, to be honest with you.
Oh, I'll be away by then. On your marks. Get set. Go. He's probably only using one engine. Get him, Dennis, get him.
I bet he can't stop at the end, though.
No. I'm going to have to take off. I don't know if we've got enough runway.
Yeah, sorry, you're not allowed to do that.
Okay, Batfing, I'll let you have that one.
Thank you.
Right. Let's get going. You back with us, JD?
Yeah. Yeah, the track's a lot smaller than I imagined.
Yeah, me too. But airfields are big, right? So,
Yeah.
and the most interesting parts of most racing is to do with the cornering, isn't it? So, yeah, it was much smaller than I thought. Apparently the airfield was built by the Canadian Army as a Class A bomber airfield for Army Cooperation Command. Interesting. And that's it. So after the war, It was declared inactive by the RAF and used by Skyways Limited, which operated the Avro York, the Avro Lancastrian, Douglas C-54 Skymaster, de Havilland Dragon Rapide, and the de Havilland Dove. Oh, there's some names there that bring some memories back. Did some work in the Berlin airlift. Frozen is asking me publicly if I'm up for a little flight model test. Oh, that's not going to go well, is it? We just had... What did I miss? Something made a noise. Frozen redeemed upside down. Frozen. Right.
I don't think I can do that.
It's not just the flight model, is it? It's to do with the engine and stuff. So here we go then.
Go on, Batfink, give it a try.
Here we go.
I'll
We're
try.
upside down. I don't know how long we can do it for. The RPM is suffering.
You might want a bit more altitude, I think.
Yeah, I don't think I can do it.
Oh, I've lost all engine power, so background. Oh, engine's happy again now. Thanks, Frozen.
Yeah, gravity-fed carburetors don't like that.
No.
I won't do it.
Oh, it's a touch and go up here. Chisfold Farm Airstrip. Half the trouble's going to be finding it.
Oh, it's right here.
Oh.
Right in front of you now.
Really?
Yeah, you're almost on top of it.
You can't miss it, Steve. It's that green bit.
Oh, I thought it was the brown bit.
Yeah, it's the brown bit in the green bit.
You know, it's really good to use the professional terms, isn't it?
I mean, we are professionals.
We are. Yes. It doesn't look wide enough to be a runway.
Depends on what you're trying to land.
Yeah, that thing.
It looks more like a golf thing.
Crazy golf.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely this. Pass on the right. Now, did anybody has anybody tried out the Phoenix since the update?
W was given a go last night, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. It was a little bit bumpy to get it going. I had more success with that than Acord. Oh, Batfink down.
I think you touched a bit early.
Too much touch, not enough go.
I mean, 10 out of 10 with the style coming out of the forest.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, the pirouette. Acord had a more complex system than me. He had is it called GSX with all the ground handling, and the new one. What was it called?
That can be a pain. GSX, it can be a real pain.
Yeah, but apparently Phoenix have done the Phoenix thing to it, and it's completely integrated into the Phoenix now, which I found awesome. But he was having some problems with it. I'm not quite sure what it was, but when he restarted his computer from scratch, everything was sort of fine. I had to re-register a few things like Navigraph and SimBrief and just get it all going again. But I loved the sound. I loved the way it taxied. It felt great in the air. There's a lot more going on in the EFB. So you used to have the EFB used to work out all the numbers, and you'd have to transfer the numbers by eye. Now you can press a button, and it transfers it into the flight computer. Did I say there's announcements from the cabin crew? Yeah. Good upgrade, and they got the new engines, which sound great.
I haven't got the Phoenix, I have to say. I've never flown it, so I can't really comment. But I just felt like we were getting inundated with A320s, and the fly-by-wire was doing such a great job in the early days, and they constantly update it, with the tiniest little updates, that I felt a little bit disloyal to go to the Phoenix. I know people say it's better if you're an Airbus pilot, it's better in a lot of ways, but or more immersive and more realistic in a lot of ways. But I just felt a little bit disloyal, and I felt it was a lot of money as well.
Yeah. Well, sort of what happened with me is the PMDG 737 came out, and I was very pleased with that. That seemed really nice. And then Dougal said to me, "Oh, Steve, you need to look at the Phoenix." No, I don't. Quite happy with the 737. You need to look at the Phoenix. Anyway, I weakened. And oh my word, I've never flown a 737 since. So I'm not really into airliners that much, so I only need one. But for me, there's something for the casual flyer. I like the Phoenix because it all integrates so beautifully together. Clearly, there's some serious professionally minded people out there that love the Phoenix as well because of its depth and detail. But it's whatever works for you. Like all
Yeah,
things
I
in the
agree. I
same-
mean, prior to sort of flying with you guys and all the rest of it, and I was flying on my own, I was a big one for the airliners, and the fly-by-wire one was out there, and I'd learned how to work it, and I can still do a good job with it. And then for the long haul stuff, I love the head in A330 or the A339.
Yeah. And the rest is history. Energizer says Energizer would say that Phoenix is the most immersive airliner there is. Yeah, that's the word I'd give it, actually. I find it, even though I'm not really into airliners, I find it very easy to get immersed in
I do with the airliners, but I mean, PMDG did a great job, and coming from FSX originally, not that I'd done that much in FSX, I'd only flown 737, so trying to learn an Airbus was
very different. I've just got to butt in here. I am circling over Hazelmere, which is a town I'd never ever been to, but gone through many times because it's on the main Portsmouth to Waterloo line on the train. This is where myself and Mrs. Solo met Fly with Nick. He came over from California, and we met up and had a lovely time in a coffee shop and a pub. And I'd never ever been here, and it's actually quite a pleasant little place. So this is where we spent a lovely few hours with Fly with Nick. He's real. It's true. He's real. Yes.
So it's
Yes,
not,
he's not just
an
online.
AI.
Okay, double. Go again, Dennis.
So it's not an AI then.
Wouldn't that be perfect? Yes. No, he's AI. Yeah. It's just, Energizer. I saw you and Acord fly the Phoenix last night, Steve. What did he think of it? Acord really enjoyed my Phoenix. Bless him, he had so many teething troubles getting his up, but he was getting very close to early bedtime because he was up early in the morning. So, you know, he told me to go ahead whilst he was trying to sort out his problems, and I was sharing my screen. And every now and then I'd hear him sort of say, "Oh, listen to those engines!" And, you know, yeah, he was very excited about the whole thing. Yeah, felt great. So I'm assuming in the next few days, as he went to bed, everything was working, and that's when he had to sort of shut down. Imagine the frustration. Something you've been waiting for months. Finally works. Got to go to bed.
Yeah, been there, done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tend to not go to bed then and hate myself in the morning.
Yes, yeah, that's me. Yeah.
But that's a problem for a future me.
Yes.
Screw that guy.
Another huge freeze for me. So just off our right wing now is a place called Liphook. I can't think it's...
Oh, I know Liphook very
Do
well.
you?
Yeah, we. What can I tell you about Liphook? We did a job. There was a televised refurbishment of a health spa.
Yeah.
At Liphook, and because it's just south of Guildford, isn't it? That way. And very nice lake, lovely building, and they were televising it, and you know, one of these reality sort of
Fly on the wall.
Yeah, and I think it was what's the big sort of rehab centre for the celebrities that they used? Something beginning with H, I can't remember. And it was a mother and son team that owned it, and we had a massive team of carpet fitters and floor layers and people like that up there, all sitting around doing nothing until such times as, you know, right, that bit's ready, you can go and do that now, and we're going to film this and we're going to film that. And I did. I got called in there because I'm old. And,
and interesting.
I know how to. I learned my trade sort of old school, and I could sew carpet, and they had this big curved staircase, and they didn't know how to do it. Basically, they had all like 20 odd fitters, and they said, "How can you do it?" And my mate rang me and said, "Oh, can you come and have a look at this?" And I went down there, and he
walked
said,
onto a film set.
Yeah, basically, and it was like, do you know how to do this? And I said, yeah. And they said, well, what do you need? And I told them, I said, I just need a load of needles and thread and about 3 days, you know. And they went, oh, right, okay. And we did it. But subsequently, because all the other fitters were doing nothing, they all come and sort of, well, can you show me how to do this? And can you show me how to do that?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it was all good fun. And then after I'd done the staircase, because it was sort of a mock-up of the staircase in the Titanic.
Oh.
Big curves thing. So you went up sort of a central bit, and it curved round in both ways, in both directions, left and right.
Beautiful.
It was stunning. It was all solid oak, and we had sort of a runner of carpet about 4 foot wide, about 1 meter 20 wide, with the wood showing either side and all brass bars and that whole thing. It looked gorgeous. But then every time they was sort of interviewing the mother and son that owned the place, that's where they stood, at the bottom of this staircase. So my handiwork got quite a bit of television.
Nice.
Yeah, it was lovely.
What we're flying over now is, I think this is Woolmer Range. I think this is where the army practice their. I'm not quite sure whether it's live firing. It's certainly. They certainly do a lot of gunfire. I'm not quite sure whether they're blanks and it's like some kind of electronic scoring device, or whether it's actually live fire. I'm never quite sure, but there's an awful lot of gunshots going around this area, and then south of the road there's long war ranges. Not quite sure what they do in each one, but they make a lot of noise when they're doing it. And then we go off to Liss, and then just past that there's Rake, and just past that there's Steep. Very strange names, really.
Yeah.
We've got
Very odd
something
name, John.
called Greatham, but I think they call it Gretham.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. Forest Mere was the name of the place I was trying to think of, the actual sort of health spa, and they had all the celebrities there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we and a few of them stayed while we were there as they sort of began to open it up.
What did you say it was called?
Forest Mere,
Oh,
a big lake in the middle with a load of Canadian geese.
oh, lovely. Right on the edge of this is Jane Austen Country now, right on the edge of it. Jane Austen being that early 19th century novelist. I find her work so funny, and I mean, a lot of people think she invented the novel, and yeah, they've made a lot of them into films and television series now.
And there's a river
A river.
to your left.
Yeah. The Rother, apparently. The River Rother. That's not that easy to say.
No.
Roth-
Is it something
Rotherwick.
to do with Rotherhithe?
This is always saying Rotherwick. It's Monty Python again, isn't it?
Yeah. Would that be something to do with Rotherhithe?
Rotherhithe.
Oh, and there's a road as well.
Yeah.
Roads and rivers, there must be bridges.
Well, you'd think, but they've only just got electricity. I'm not sure they have. London Main Line is parallel to us now. That ought to be easy to run down. We're heading towards Petersfield now.
That's quite a nice little town. When we were working at it, but we actually stayed at Petersfield.
Oh, it's a lovely
a few
market town,
weeks.
isn't it? Very old. Apparently Samuel Pepys stayed there.
Really?
When he was on his trip down to check out what was going on at Portsmouth Dockyard. Also, I think one of the pilots that flew a Tornado that got shot down during the First Gulf War came from Petersfield as well.
That's right. John somebody or other?
John Peters?
Something like that, wasn't it? Yeah, I remember that.
Um,
Weren't they the two that got captured, him and his...
they were, you're right. Yeah, they were. And there's another very famous person, if you're old enough to remember, that came from Petersfield. There was a very high profile, might have been a final rugby match, and a certain young lady raided the pitch topless.
That's right. I do remember that. Yeah.
They needed
The days of streaking in the 70s.
They
I
needed
believe.
2 policemen's helmets, if you remember.
Yeah, that's right. What was her name? I can't remember.
It was
her name.
very famous, her name, and I can't. Erica, somebody.
Eric Rowe.
That's it.
Oh,
Erica Rowe, yeah. Trust Shady.
Oh, Chock says, is it a terrible confession to say I remember her name? Yes.
I know my streakers.
Blush. Chocks is blushing. This is Erica Rowe. This is the boating lake at Petersfield. Been on there a few times. Very, very pleasant. Okay, we're going to head for Butser Hill. It's, I think, the highest point around here. And you get all sorts of strange things happening because it's a lovely, lovely place to fly. Model gliders off. I think they might even have done some hang gliding. They do egg rolling now, do they? Egg rolling down the slope. And there's the Butser farm, isn't there? Iron Age farm. Never been there. So this is the main A3M that, if you follow it south, takes you to Portsmouth and the south coast. And north of this line of hills, the weather is often dramatically different. This is where friends of mine left in a snowstorm 20 minutes after I did. I got home an hour later than I normally do, and they got home 18 hours later than they normally do.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Oh, it was absolute blizzard. But you know, once you head south of it, it was not nearly as bad. Oh, look at this. So where I'm looking here, this is where they do the egg rolling competition. But it's a lovely thing for, I don't know, grass skiing and nonsense. I quite often see radio controlled gliders launched from up here. You could probably land a 747 there, that thing. It's always windy up here, that was my recollection of it. Great view though. Look at that view over there. So there's Petersfield over there. Wave to Erica. That's a lovely slow controlled barrel, Dennis.
For once.
So how many tiger moths have we got in the air this evening?
Not many. You, me, and Rad Pilot Randy, who's still over in Petersfield. I think it's all that talk of Erica, I think. Now, I've just seen on the map an interesting little diversion. So we'll follow this tiny little track across to the A32. And surprisingly often when I'm flying down the A32, which is quite a narrow road, trees either side of me and electricity pylons and stuff, that some crazy Herbert in a light aircraft flies at 0 feet and lands just over the trees.
Dennis.
And was it Dennis? It might have been Dennis. But we spoke to somebody who sort of works on his land, and yeah, he's got an airstrip there, and a ton of money, of course. But I've just seen that airstrip on the map, so I quite fancy landing there. How hard can it be? Interestingly, that you know that main drag that I said would take you down to Portsmouth? We were on that earlier today. The visibility was horrible. Yeah, driving rain, you know, it was just horrible. And at 0 feet, this Chinook went herring over the top of us. From one of the Chinooks from Odeon. Nothing worries those guys.
It's extremely loud.
Waka waka waka.
Yeah, you can hear them coming a mile, can't you?
Feel them, yeah.
And you know what they are without even seeing them.
Yeah.
Mind you, I can imagine that was like that quite a lot sort of during the war, and that with the different aircraft, you could tell by the sound. Because myself and my brother years ago, we used to sit on a step outside our shop, and there was a little bend, and we could tell the difference in the car engines as they came round. You know, so with aircraft,
Yeah.
it must have been even more prevalent.
What I used to be amazed about is stories where they could hear a bomber and they knew how many engines it had from the sound.
Yeah.
That is, you know, incredible. You know, so if you're expecting a Lancaster back and you can only hear 3 engines, you know he's in trouble. Amazing.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? You know, I can imagine. You know, obviously they were all relatively new sounds, and all these engines had distinctive sounds. You know, as I say, they did with the cars in the 60s. So what it must have been like with the aircraft in the 40s.
And of course, they're hearing them all day, every day. So
yeah,
coming right at this little pub.
Should we stop for a pint?
No.
Okay then.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, all right then. Yeah, let's go for it. Yeah, all right. A quick pint at the Westmerean Hut. A little bit further up the A32, we could have stopped for a pint at the Pig and Whistle, which has now got a posh name, so I can't remember what the posh name is. Is it the Angel? Ooh, might have to use some kinetic braking. There we go, fixed.
Are you okay, Steve?
Yep, I'm first in the queue. What do you want?
Ah,
I'm gonna go over here and top up.
In the garage.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually, right next to the garage, there's a bikers cafe. And what we were just flying over is the A272, and it's got just the right sorts of curves that make it incredibly popular with bikers. And in the middle of that road, halfway through, is that cafe. That's why they stop there. And when it's a beautiful biker weather, because it's absolutely rammed.
Do you know the name of it offhand, Steve? Because there was a couple of them many, many years ago. There was one on the A1, and I can't remember the names, but I remember my father saying about them. If you were going, they're renowned for being bikers cafes right back to the 50s.
Years ago, it wasn't. It was a Little Chef, if you remember those. But it's no longer a Little Chef, and it's turned into a biker cafe. Of course, the average age of biker enthusiasts has sort of got risen dramatically. It's, they're not all youngs. They're not all young tearaways now. They're old tearaways. While I'm flying over.
Whereabouts are you at the moment? Then?
Do what?
Whereabouts are you at the moment? Nearest town.
We are west of Petersfield. This is what do they call it with the motorbikes in the mud? Is it motocross?
Scrambling.
Scrambling, yeah, that's just across the way here. Scrambling circuit. It's very distinctive. You can see it from a long way up on that slope. Super cool. If you don't mind getting muddy.
That has got to be the dirtiest form of motorcycle sport going.
I think so,
especially
yeah.
when it's slightly wet.
Flying teapot. Okay, so let's head back up the A32 and try and land in this impossible airstrip. Somebody see a name of somebody flying a B737 over there as the wobbliest ace. Quite nice.
Oh yeah.
Okay, the airfield is apparently off my left wing.
Is it Colmore Farm Airfield?
West Tisted Airfield is Colmore is a is almost like a Cat 3 ILS approach compared with West Tisted. Oh, I see it. It's even got a number at the end.
Oh yeah.
This is not the airfield I was talking about. This one's huge and there's plenty of space around it. So it's further up the A32 we've got to go for the difficult one.
There's even an aircraft on the strip.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it looks like it's painted on though.
Yeah. King Cobra and in the Tiger landing, flying teapot and PC6 flying in the opposite direction. It'll be fine. Pass on the right. Dennis. Batfink in the Kit Fox. Was that you beeping your horn at me, Batfink?
Yeah, that's the best thing of this plane.
The horn. Beep, beep, move
Out
over.
of the way.
Coming through. I think. Yeah, I think this is the Pig and Whistle. Now called the Angel because it's upmarket. Are you back in the right country again, Shady? You was...
Yeah.
Cool. That's a disappointment. The impossible airstrip isn't even on the map, let alone in the sim.
Is that what makes it impossible?
Yeah, stealth.
Yeah, I think having the airfield stealth is the wrong way around.
Yes.
Well, there are a lot of them, aren't they? It's a struggle to find some of these places you're supposed to land an airplane.
Yeah.
It can be quite a struggle to find even, decent sized airports sometimes, like if you're flying VFR.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that was one of my sort of recollections from my flying time, that even big airfields, unless you were tuned in to what you were looking for, it was quite difficult. And
Yeah, I went up with a friend of mine in his little two-seater. Can't even remember what it was, but we took off from Exeter and had a fly around and went over to Dunk as well. And bearing in mind that I know the area quite well, but just like a little slight change in the weather and visibility, and we were coming in. We know we were going in the right direction, but it was, can you see the runway, sort of thing. And we're going,
yeah,
no. And then all of a sudden there it is, and you're looking just slightly off to where you think you are, and yeah, and that's Exeter Airport.
yes, yeah, it's here. It's here. There's the pylons, and he flies over these trees, and he lands. Oh, I saw it earlier. Where's it gone? Well, it must be this field here. Yeah, there is a little bit that's not ploughed. Must have a hangar down there somewhere. Well, I'm going to pretend it is. Ooh. Come on, round you go, Tiger. Round you go.
Easy, Tiger.
I know, it's complaining. I don't want to go in there. I don't want to go in there. Oh! Kinetic braking. We're fine. I'm down. It's good. It's only the last bit that was the difficult bit. Oh, that looked easy. Well done, Batfink.
Thanks.
You suddenly changed into a silver tiger off, Steve.
Really? I was thinking how well you'd done because I'm the right colour all night, but oh, I wonder if it's where I did YY. It went sort of in and out of Oh, it's a mystery.
I think it was still the wrong livery, though, wasn't it? It was yellow, but I think you had the wrong tail.
Oh, the wrong yellow, was it? Oh. Well done, Dennis. Well done, Flying Teapot.
Well, even though I've accepted your invite,
Yeah.
I've still not seen Flying Teapot all night.
Oh. He's down on that. Yeah, Dennis has just flown over him. So just up here is Alton, where Jane Austen lived. So what happened was she was, I think, a vicar's daughter. And then something dramatically happened where unexpectedly one of her brothers inherited a ton of money and a big estate. And he gave her and her sisters and mum a nice house to live in. And they joined society. And you can tell the relish from, parties and the balls and things that are in her books. Just how much she was enjoying all that and writing stories about it. And she made some private money from her books. And that was all done from Alton. Strictly speaking, it was done from just outside Alton, a little place called Chawton, which I'm circling now. Right. That's it on the corner there. That's Lady Jane's house. There we go. If we were to go south, we'd end up in Winchester. She'd quite often go to Winchester to the dances, the balls that she used to love going to. That place is still in existence and still a venue.
And of course, there's the cathedral there.
There is the cathedral. Now, sadly, at some point, she felt terribly unwell and she went to Winchester for treatment. And that didn't go well and she died there. So if you go into Winchester Cathedral, you actually see a memorial stone to her in the north transept, I think. And that was only there not because she was a famous writer, because she sort of wasn't when she died. It was because she was a daughter of the clergy. Some 50 years later, by which time her books had made her very famous, I think they then put together a much more elaborate. So the original one is in the floor, in the stone, but then they did a much more elaborate one in the wall next to it, which does make reference to her talents as a writer.
And I think there was a song in the sixth. Excuse me. A song in the 60s, Winchester Cathedral, wasn't it? Never really.
Oh yeah, catchy tune. Yeah.
Yeah, sort of a whistly one, wasn't it?
Yeah, never quite. Yeah, ba-da-da-dum, bum, dum, ba-da-da-dum.
Yeah, that's the one.
They had a lot of those in the 60s, didn't they? Lots of syncopation and melody. Nice cathedral, though. So what we're going to do is we're coming up to having a break. And we're going to watch the boys on DCS whilst we get tea and biscuits and chocolate. That is mandatory. We're going to drop off at Lasham here. Lasham is a very big gliding club. But also, it's a repair facility for some airliners. So it's a little bit odd that you sometimes see airliners and gliders sharing the same airfield.
And in the second half, everybody needs to come back in
Tiger moths.
Tiger moths and see how big of
I want a diamond 9 of tiger moths. I want to do a starburst in tiger moths. I want a synchro pair. Yeah, it'll be so much fun. Slow motion. I think Masonic, one of the Shadows, number 5 in the F-18 team, has done some actual gliding here for real. Just down the road from Odium, where that Chinook came from. So if I can leave you with it, Shady, I need to be in the other sim.
Yep, okay.
Thank you.
So we've gone black.
Ah,
No.
okay. That's because you were in you were in my group, so you could see people, and then I left the sim, and for some reason that puts it back to live time. Should have warned you about that. Sorry.
You should be getting a feed from me as well.
Oh yeah,
Steve.
I am. Yeah, look at that. Nice one, Airborne. Thank you.
How do I leave the group?
Well, you don't have to, because you're probably in charge of the group now. There's only 2 of us in it. And left you there. But there, you can go into group and say leave if you want to. All you really need, but because you're the leader, you can now change the time.
Yeah, it wouldn't let me do anything at first.
No, it does. Bit odd.
Yeah, it was all, my whole weather thing was greyed out.
Oh, catching up.
You're in charge, Shady. You sort it out.
You're in charge. It's all your fault. Okay, I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
So, right, I will pop across into DCS World. I'll catch you guys soon.
See you in a bit.
See you a bit.
Later.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello, DCS World. So we have sound from DCS World. We don't have picture yet. Stand by. Oh. Let's hope I can switch to here. Now, we're somewhere different, boys, aren't we?
Maybe.
Oh dear. Let me try. This doesn't look like Akratori, does it? Help. Oh, there's my picnic blanket. Well, guys, it's very laggy. It'll be fine, right?
Oh.
Oh dear. Follow the tack-on, yeah? Don't suppose anyone's got any flares on the picnic blanket, have they?
Ooh, no idea. Yeah, but it should be behind the tack end towards the ramp. Not sure if it's taxiway or if it's just concrete. It should be there
Okay.
somewhere. But I don't have it installed, so I have no idea.
Oh, I found it. Ah,
That's
and I've got
tiny.
flares. Thank you.
Fireworks.
Fireworks.
Wait, that's my blanket. It's my blanket now.
My blanket. Because it's got fireworks. Oh, now it's cool. That's a really dangerous place to have a picnic blanket. Well, now you mentioned it, Airborne. Yes. Okay, so I'm here. Who do I lock onto first?
The Mig.
The MiG. The MiG. That's not a MiG. That's a MiG. Uh-oh. Freeze. Have you guys had any lagging problems with this?
A little bit, yeah. It's not as smooth as Syria.
Had problems with DCS in general, lagging a bit just after joining a mission, but they usually sort themselves out after a few minutes.
Yeah, that's what I wonder if it's to do with, I don't know, getting textures or something. Who knows? Crispkin, frozen in the extra today. That's going to be awesome, says Crispkin. Before that, we have Crazy FD in the Crazy MiG-29. This is the first time we've seen you in the MiG-29, isn't it?
No, I've done it a few times before, I think.
Okay. Very powerful aeroplane. Big.
Yeah.
Lots of energy.
Yeah.
Right, now I've had a very, very busy day, so apologies for not sorting the music out for you. But instead, we use the Su-27, do we?
Su-27 is fine, yes.
Okay. Ready on the Su-27. Okay. Want me to give you a countdown or just start the music?
Don't mind that countdown.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, roll. Good luck. Fantastic work. The nose wheels. Oh yes, the nose wheels just come down.
Thank you.
Really nice, FD. Really nice. And as Gaudin just put in chat, surprisingly agile for such a huge thing. Finest Italian driving, FD. Great flight, says Shady. Fox is hot. Criskin definitely would not like to meet FD in a dogfight. What a landing, said Macy. We're here in Nellis Air Base in Nevada. And the next one up is Frozen, yeah?
Yep. Ooh. Second, I have to start my cockpit stream. But I forgot to fire up OBS.
Let's go, says Criskin. Wrong music. Okay, the correct music is loaded. Have you noticed much difference doing it here rather than Akrotiri?
Hard to tell. My practice was with full fuel, and I usually only...
Okay. But the sightlines were okay?
Overall, DCS feels more grippy, so you have more stability. So quant helps.
Oh.
I didn't really feel a difference between this and Syria. Maybe it's even better on this map. Not sure.
Interesting.
It's pretty close.
Brilliant. Okay. Well, the music is queued up, so whenever you're ready, Frozen.
Yep. Where's the music? Oh, okay. Yep, I'm ready.
Okay. Oh, Airborne has just gifted 5 tier 1 subs. Thank you so much, Airborne. Your generosity is really appreciated. Thank you. So I'm ready for the music, Frozen.
Yep.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, play.
inside these empty, broken walls, and I can't see it clearly, but it's obvious. I know that you left me alone inside this empty, broken hall, and now you'll be the reason why my soul is tainted. Somebody help me, 'cause I'm feeling trapped and I don't know what to do. There's no one to save me from this hurt I feel deep within my bones. Think of me and see the things I did. Sold my soul and everything I was to the lowest bid. Crawled into your poison dome yet every single time. You got into my mind, you got into my mind. But all I ever wanted was you. But you left me alone inside these empty, broken walls, and I can't see it clearly, but it's obvious. I know that you left me alone inside this empty, broken hall, and now you'll be the reason why my soul is tainted. So how can I fix this? 'Cause I need to stop the aching in my head. My heart is breaking. Yeah, I'm tired of being stuck in the past. Think of me and see the things I did. Sold my soul and everything I was to the lowest bid. Crawled into your poison dome yet every single time. You got into my mind, you got into my mind. But all I ever wanted was you. But you left me alone inside these empty, broken walls, and I can't see it clearly, but it's obvious. I know that you left me alone inside this empty, broken hall, and now you'll be the reason why my soul is tainted. The reason why my soul is tainted. You're the reason why my soul is tainted. You're the reason why my soul is tainted. You're the reason why my soul is tainted.
Absolutely amazing. Brilliant. Thank you, Frozen. Crispin was saying Frozen really loves those negative G's.
I had to fit that in. It was not even part of the original routine.
Oh. Fox said the G needle collected dust from each corner of the instrument. Yes. Wonderful. Wonderful. I can hear something noisy in the background.
And it sounds like guitars.
It's gonna be guitars. Ooh.
But I think it's not only the extra. Most aircraft feel more powerful now. Just the way.
Oh. Yeah? And you think that's overall a good thing?
Depends.
Yes. Gowden has just said the choreography is perfect together with the music. Very nice. Everyone has just said in chat, Tomcat. Okay. HCBR. in the F-14 if he needed any introduction at all. How you doing, H?
Good, thanks. Hey.
Right. First time in Nellis, right?
Yep.
Let me get back on the... Let me get back on the... Well, I was going to say the safety of the picnic blanket, but... Airborne's right. It's not a very safe place to put a picnic blanket, but I am ready. The music isn't.
Frozen's in the back.
Oh, okay.
Just now.
Aha! Don't forget to shoot down your friendlies if you're Jester. New Tomcat.
Yep.
Ready when you are, H.
Ready.
3, 2, 1, go. Good luck. Fantastic display there by HCVR in the F-14 Tomcat. Lovely work. How much fuel you got, H?
Fair bit, yeah.
Enough to stay up?
Yep.
Cool.
Stand by. Go. I'll mute this on stream, Steve.
What's on stream?
Do I mute my voices to just the cats do the talking? 300 turning right.
Okay. Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been watching the Bad Kiddies from the Shadow Display Team, led by HCBR with FD and Frozen. Very, very well done, guys. That was brilliant.
Following it. Yes, Steve. 350. Wings going toward. $300. Turning left. 280.
Batfink says, great display, guys. Basie says, well done, great show.
290. Pass back. 300.
Airborne says, stunning fly, all of you guys.
Number order, brake to the up to the right. Echelon left, go. First, you go second. Full burn on the brake. One braking now.
2 braking.
Three braking now.
Speed brakes out, slowing.
Aussie Boy, thank you very much for the follow. You've been watching the Shadow Display Team live from DCS, and we'll be back in Microsoft shortly.
One turning final.
Two turning final.
Land on the right.
Three turning final.
Great work, guys. Great work. Bad Kiddies are coming on nicely. Power and elegance in the same show. Who'd have thought it?
Best play in the world, Steve.
Okay. Fantastic. Right. We need to get back to Microsoft. We'll catch you later, guys. Thank you very much. Good
See you
night.
soon.
Thanks so much. Bye.
Hello, Microsoft.
Hello.
Some fantastic flying going on now.
Wow, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So every cloud has a silver lining. They've been, wanting to do more work with the Tomcats for a while, and then the latest update to Microsoft broke the F-18. I think they've been using their time wisely, right? It's given them more time for the Tomcats. It's looking great.
Yeah, the 14s look brilliant, don't they?
Oh, yeah. So elegant. Really elegant. And loud. Nice venue, though. Nellis. Nice venue.
Did your glitches clear up in the end?
Yeah, I think it was all to do with the
Just
shaders.
loading in the shaders and that, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we've flown there before, though, haven't we? Or have you cleared them since then?
I think. Yeah. I'm not sure we have since. I think we got all the new maps prior to the update, if you remember. So Christian. Uh-oh. Comms check.
Yeah, got you.
Oh, good. Yeah, Microsoft is making real heavy weather. Starting up. I thought it crashed. The whole computer had stopped. Chris Skin is saying, "Wow! So now Microsoft not only kills planes in their own sim." Okay, so clearly Microsoft get the blame when Microsoft do something to Microsoft, and now we're blaming them for when they do something to TCS as well.
Microsoft would happily break anything if you let them.
Actually, I haven't checked for an update today. There could well be one lurking. I haven't checked. It behaved reasonably well. No, it didn't. There were huge pauses during the first half.
Because all these companies seem to release something, develop it to the point where everyone's using it, and then they just give up on it.
Get bored with it. Yeah.
Google does it. Microsoft do it.
Yeah.
You'd think they'd have a sort of bit of, I don't know. Just
Well, what was very interesting, I remember Microsoft, had a huge following. Microsoft's sim with FSX, huge following, and just went, not doing that anymore. And then X-Plane started and kept the flight sim community going. And then when Microsoft announced with these amazing screenshots that they were going to bring out MSFS, quite a few people were saying, no thanks, we don't trust you from last time, we've never forgiven you. Don't forget X-Plane was the one that we've been flying with all the time that Microsoft got bored with it. So there is that sort of feeling. I mean, lots of people have come to Microsoft and had an absolutely brilliant time in it. And then you wonder what they're doing with 2024. Hopefully it's still going to, if they're going to gamify it, hopefully there's still plenty of simulator stuff in there as well. Certainly going to look fantastic, but so does GTA. It's not a simulator though, is it?
Hey, you think they'd sort of realise when we're onto a good thing?
Yeah.
But they just don't seem to.
Oops. Sorry.
That's how they develop it. So it's to the point where it's really popular and everyone's really enjoying it.
Then stop
And then they
it.
just go, yeah, bored of it. I'm taking my football, I'm going home.
Chris Green, it's sad that GTA 5 got more active formation teams than MSFS. Oh. Yeah. What's that other sim that's got some formation teams in it? It's not sim. Roblox. I still can't get my head what. I don't even know what Roblox is.
Yeah,
but-
yeah, I don't know what that is. Isn't it like Lego for computers?
No,
That's what it sounds like.
it does, doesn't it? Yeah, Lego for computers. Yeah, I think you're probably right, Crispin. I think, yeah, it almost is a game engine, isn't it? It's got so many things based on it. It's so different.
I don't know what happened there. I've just suddenly gone to
Is it?
God knows where.
What's that? Oh yeah, okay, so we're good. Airborne's given us a nice feed. Thank you, Airborne. Yeah, I did worry when that aeroplane
problem.
disappeared. Right, where are you all?
Yeah, where is everybody? I'm on the ground waiting for everybody to take off again.
Just coming in. Let's not go. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't see anyone.
Flying Teapot is there according to the map.
And my sim might well have frozen in this spot.
Okay, well if you can keep it in that spot until either I'm in sim or
Yeah, will do, no problem.
or until Shady has fixed his.
Yeah, because I can't move my drone camera at all.
Okay, well at least it's a nicely framed shot with a pretty tiger moth in it. I'm nearly in.
Yeah, I didn't even touch any buttons. It just suddenly went to somewhere else.
Odd.
I've just crashed.
Okay, I've got it. We're taking it in turns to crash, I think. I just got in time. Crispkin, the MSFS camera is so frustrating. Yeah, so replace the word camera with your favorite frustration from Microsoft. Netcode, disappearing, elastic banding,
Model matching.
model matching, flight modeling. Sound.
It's almost like they don't. It's almost like they don't want you to have friends.
Yes, yes. I must admit, when it was first announced, I thought it looks really, really nice. And then I thought, oh, but nobody's mentioned. They haven't mentioned multiplayer. I wonder if it's multiplayer. And I was really, really relieved when when it did do the multiplayer. But
I mean, we've always said like they do some of it fantastically well.
oh yeah,
And then they haven't dotted the I's and crossed the T's.
yeah, indeed.
You know?
Oh, Crispkin has got a list: camera, netcode, LODs, constant changes of variables, 99% of streams being airline cockpits at night over water, to really show nothing of the sim. Yeah. Flights with Joel. Hello. We're struggling a little bit with the sim. Joel, I hope it's better for you. It'll be fine. So what we're flying over here is the part of Lasham that has lots of gliders. I've got a feeling all those funny little huts aren't supposed to be huts. I think they're little boxes that gliders fold up into.
Yes, they're a bit random, aren't they?
Yes.
to be buildings.
Yes. No, don't tell me this, Joel. Look, I can't see any. I can see one label. That's it. That's all I've got. One label. Bear in mind, I'm very close to Gatwick and very close to Heathrow, and all I can see is one label. This is the sort of airliner maintenance facility at Lasham. Still haven't forgiven MSFS that they killed the S100 smoke. Yeah. And so much else as well. Well, what I'll do is I'll just head north a little bit. Where am I? Northeast. Flights with Joel. Nobody likes me. Everyone hates me. I think we're going to go eat some worms. Oh, that's a great song, isn't it? Yes. Oh, what's the rest of that song?
What song?
Nobody likes me. Everybody hates me. I think I'll go and eat some worms.
Oh, you got me there. I haven't got a clue.
That's the only bit I can remember, I think.
I don't even know that bit.
Okay, Mrs. Sailor has just sung out the second verse. I'm not reading that out on the stream. Because that would get taken out of context and that would sound terrible.
I wonder how many other people tonight have had regular crashes to desktop and just given up.
Yeah.
Well, like 5, like me.
Yeah.
It's a bit disheartening after sort of 3, doesn't it?
Yeah. But those of us that haven't had CTDs have struggled with seeing the right number of people.
To be fair, I think what you said earlier with the Navigraph thing, because I updated that, and then after that was all right.
Cool.
And I've got a funny feeling that it may have been a Steam update that just froze the camera.
Oh yeah.
Just in, so that might not have been Microsoft's fault.
Sure it was.
Well, yeah, they should have told Steam earlier.
Yeah.
We do it in the middle of the night, but of course the trouble is it's always the middle of the night somewhere, isn't it?
That's true. Yeah, that is true. I can still only see one label. We're in the UK the day after the Phoenix has been updated, very close to Gatwick and Heathrow, Don't tell me there's only one person flying
I
in.
can see 3 labels.
You can see 3, can you?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, you can see 2 more than me. I would expect to see the sky full of A320 labels. In the
Yeah, I think
meantime,
there's one off to your 2 o'clock.
nope.
I've
This
got
is
Crispin.
RAF Odium, where the Chinooks live.
Weren't the Chinooks and Bred Indians right? I suppose they lived in Surrey or Hampshire.
I don't know. It never occurred to me. I mean, it's an American airframe, isn't it? So I suppose it could be. Yeah, it's a strange name, isn't it? Yeah, maybe it was.
So this is the Surrey or the Hampshire Chinooks, is it?
Yeah, this is the RAF Chinooks. Yeah, there's 2 squadrons here. There is apparently a castle here, which I never knew. One of the POIs from Orbex. Not that I can see it. Just making it up. Oh, there it is. Okay. Still no more labels.
Hey, you look very lonely on stream at the moment, flying along there, Steve.
Yeah. Well, of course, I'm the only one with a feed as well at the moment. I think Shady's getting himself sorted out. It's looking a bit stuttery, Shady. Is that your end?
Is it? No, it's fine for me.
I'll put you on stream and see if it's just the preview. Oh, someone flying in formation with me?
Yes, Crispin.
Oh, Crispin, welcome. We're going to head over towards Popham now.
Oh, that's a nice little airfield.
Gorgeous airfield. My understanding... Oh, I went to a fly-in there once, and it was, what a great carnival atmosphere that was. My understanding, I think it was Josh's was telling me that the guy that bought it and turned it into an airfield was Charles Church, who he made a lot of money as a builder. Charles Church, certainly in the south of England, was a little bit like Barrett Homes and Wimpey and, one of the big builders. And he was into aviation, and I believe he had his own restored Spitfire as well and flew it. One of the 2-seaters,
Yeah,
I think.
he did. I went down there many, many years ago when microlights were first on the scene, and that was the nearest place to me. Bearing in mind, I lived in West London at the time, in Harrow.
Oh yeah.
That was the nearest place to me that I could find anything to do with microlights.
Yep.
And I remember going down there just to have a look at the microlights, and there was like one guy, old guy then, and he built what basically looked like a thruster, but it was before the thruster ever came out. He just built it from scratch himself, and I watched him fly. It was amazing.
Oh. Wow. The sad thing is, I've heard that, ironically, even though it was a builder that created it, I think there's talk of turning it into a building on it, selling it and building on it. I don't know how true that is, but it's got a great character, isn't it? And every time you go past the 303, you sort of look at it.
Yeah, absolutely, it's lovely, and it's just down the road from Thruxton racetrack as well.
Oh, yes. Crispian. Oh, hardware failure.
And of course, going back on Thruxton, they've actually got 2 runways there as well.
Oh.
It's EGHO. It is actually a proper airport or airfield.
Where is that?
Same side as the
Oh.
A303.
Yeah, that's beyond Andover, isn't it? It's west of Andover. I think we should do a touch and go at Popham.
Oh, absolutely.
It's got a strange approach, I understand. You sort of can't come in because there's a runway parallel the road, which overflies a petrol station.
That's right, yeah.
Which they frown upon.
Yeah, sounds safe.
So apparently there's a big white arrow, bendy arrow, explaining people they've got to do a curved approach onto that runway so that you don't overflow the petrol station. So we'll do that. So we'll overfly the junction, the M3 going south, and the I think it's the A30 at that point, is it? Or does it go straight into the A303?
It's straight into the 303 at that point, yeah.
Flyboy Sim. How lovely to see you here. We're doing well. The Sim is doing less well. You know, I could only see one label. I can't even see one label now.
Yeah, I've got at least 2.
That's unlikely, though, isn't it? This part of the world, only seeing 2 labels. So just overflying. This is the big junction. It gets you off the M3 and onto the 303. And if you fly to the north of the 303, then you should overfly the Popham.
Well, number 6.
Oh, you're joking!
That's number 6.
6 CTD. Oh, I mean, that is beyond the Call of Duty.
I just love to know what's causing it because I haven't changed anything.
Oh, that's the trouble, isn't it? They change it underneath you, and some of it matters and some of it doesn't. I can never find this airfield. I think it's over these trees. Oh, hang on. Yeah, here's the road. I do like the way that Microsoft has cars on the roads. It you know, that movement just helps you pick it out. There's a motorbike track, then the station. So here's the motorbike track. Then there's the petrol station. And what we have to do you can see there's a white arrow here telling us to we have to come this side and not go straight in because of that petrol station, and then we can turn off the final 26. So
I'm surprised it's so close to the road, actually.
yeah,
'Cause I know they do a model flying air show here as well.
do they?
Yeah. That's the only reason I've ever heard of it.
Yeah, it's beautifully done. Burning Blue have done a really nice job with Popham. Brings it all back.
Yeah, when I first went down there, the main A303 there wasn't a dual carriageway, and I literally parked on the left-hand side as I came off the M3, parked the car, and then walked across the road and across the airfield to get there.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Lots of activity going on here. Wiltshire Aircraft Maintenance there. I follow them on Facebook, and there's always something going on. Oh, no. Oh, no, nothing to see. It's fine. Whoops. There are any Cessnas. But this looks nice, doesn't it? How cool would that be? Nice, just sit out in the sunshine and watch all the airplanes.
Yeah, lovely. And
Yeah.
nicely modelled, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Burning Blue do good. Right. So who can you see, Shady? Anyone?
You and Crispkind.
Okay, that's one more than I can see. So either people are having the same trouble of seeing,
Yeah, I think a lot of people are.
or CTDs. Just had enough. Flyboy, be careful, said zigzag tactic, that thing. Yeah, well, I could just look where I was going. That's the other choice, isn't it?
If you load in and you can't see anyone, then you either go off and fly somewhere else or
Yeah.
go and stick a film on.
Yes. Bossman, good evening. Scrap metal has hit an all-time high. Solo destroys a C172. I think it was several 172s actually. What a stupid place to park them. Right in that parking bay there.
Yeah, but on an airfield.
Oh dear. Do you know? I think we might just call it quits tonight. It's been a long day. I can't see anybody. And
It's not being kind to us, is it?
no. And Popham's a great place to start the next stream.
Yeah.
So that's lovely. Thanks for coming in, everybody. And we'll look forward to seeing you when Microsoft's a bit kinder. You listening, Microsoft? Solo limps off to find a bush to hide of shame. Oh, yeah, the bush of shame. Right. Thank you very much. And to all the shadows and to the crew here with me doing the... I can see HCBR. In fact, if you can drone him, Shady, on as we play out, that'll turn great. Is it just H, or has he got Frozen with him? You're going to end up in Japan at this rate, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
As soon as you said it. I think I'm on him, but I can't see him.
Flyboy Sim, just about to ask, where is everybody? Yes, just nobody would know.
Yeah, he's invisible for me.
So I can see H.
Yeah, I'm droning on him, but all I can see is a navigation light.
So unless he's just too far away from your aircraft, I'm going to give up. I can see H. He's doing a great job.
Yeah, I can see his port navigation light, I think.
Brilliant.
No, stop.
And on that note, on that bombshell, good night, everybody, and we'll catch you on Sunday. Good night.
Good night, Steve.
Good night.
to the airlines and you move on. That means you can get paid to be a pilot, right? Other than that, you can't really get paid. I say can't really. I mean, I take friends with me to help pay for gas, but you can't just stand there and help pay for the rental. That's now I'm being paid to be a pilot. So, you know, they might buy you lunch and they might throw some money at you for gas later. You know.
Howard, we have two things to comment on. Shadows are raiding. Hey guys.
Shadows are raiding early.
And Paul Nick just tipped $150.
Holy smokes. Paul Nick, you rock. What's happening, man? Look at you go. Okay, so that was 2 celebrations in a row and 2 great big huge celebrations. The Shadow Display team jumps in here and Paul Nick throws some money at us. Wow. Holy smokes, that's great. That is so cool. You know, this is what I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to say, welcome to Steve in the Shadows. That's the name of your band now, Steve. It's Steve in the Shadows, okay? And, you know, this is your welcome here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome Steve and the Shadows in the Shadow Display team. How's that? Was that okay? It's good to see you again, Steve. Hey, Shadow, see? $150 tip. Wow. Holy smokes. Paul Nick, you can come on the channel anytime. So thank you for that. I really appreciate it. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, I was about to catch that too, Andrew. Yeah. Says, did they sack Cliff Richards? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you remember there's a band like that. Yeah. Cliff Richards in the Shadows. Yeah. Yeah. Well, they're very entertaining, so you got to take in a show with the Shadows, yeah. Holy moly, what a way to start the day. Holy smokes, Andrew. And you guys, there's been some updates, you know, speaking of which, any tips and any subscriptions, part of that, all of the tip goes towards our endeavor to get Andrew to FS Expo, but part of your subscriptions also do that. Remember, Twitch takes half. What's left over in your subscription, then we take a portion of that out to help get Andrew to FS Expo. I will say, you guys, when you do a tip, it's 100% towards us. Twitch doesn't get a penny of that. So that's actually a good thing. Thanks for that. Well, Nick, that is just cool, man. That is so cool. So it's just, what do you say after that? It's like, whew, that is so cool. Thanks for that. We got a couple of things on the docket tonight, and one of the things is we're going to take a look at the